Hi and welcome to Homo Ludens, the channel on history and board games. And we're here for a bit of a weird video. Not weird, special.
Yeah.
Every video is special on YouTube anyway.
Especially ones with me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't have that often videos with you. Normally when I release this, I guess the unboxing of 1965 should, D-Day 1965 version should have been released. But yeah, if you don't know, this is Pierre Vagneur-Jones. You might have seen him a couple of times on the channel before. And we were together because we just spent a weekend in Reading to a very tiny, but
very small,
very intimate convention called Vanguard.
Yep.
How many were we? 20, 25?
I think the limit was 25, but I think most of the time there were 15, 20 people.
So very, smaller kind of
pretty
convention, dedicated to gamers. Only gamers are there.
Only wargamers, really.
Only wargamers, yeah. So wargame convention. Yeah. And yeah, we just wanted to debrief a bit like we did with Joe after PunchCon, doing a kind of the thing, same thing, maybe a bit shorter format, and just talk about the different things that we've been playing and trying and enjoying. What do you start first? Maybe your three highlights.
Yeah, 3 highlights.
And I just saw something, so I'm just going to pick it up because I think this is going to make everything better.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's really thematic, isn't it? We're in an old parish council hall.
Yes.
There we go.
Good. Or maybe I should wear it. Maybe
you should wear it as a cape.
Wear it as a cape.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So yeah.
My highlights. I think obviously the main highlight of the convention was probably Republic of Rome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd never played it before. I played John Company a few times, and I really love John Company.
And you see the connection then between John Company and
definite connection. And I really want. And I mean, Cole Worley's, the designer of John Company, has before said that without Republic of Rome, John Company would not have existed. Yeah. And so because of that, I really wanted to try it out, and it was great. Yeah, it was really good.
And which version were you playing?
It was the Valley Games version, I think 2010, 2011.
Yeah. We're recording a video. You want to come on?
I got it. It's all good. Thank you.
We just made it sell. No, we were recording a video.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you wish, you can join.
I'll come and say hi.
Okay.
What, about this event?
Yeah, it's just a debrief.
Yeah, the camera is here.
Yeah.
That's a big love of the UK.
Yeah, exactly. So we were recording, everybody's coming over. That's awesome. So how was the convention?
The convention was fantastic.
It was?
Meeting great people.
Come a bit more
friendly.
just a bit more.
Hi, I'm Steve.
Yeah, this is Steve. What was your highlight of the convention?
The highlight, the first day, both games. So it was Republic of Rome.
Same game as me. Yeah.
With Pierre. And then in the afternoon, the combination Triumph and Tragedy with Conquest and Consequence.
Yeah, Conquest and Tragedy.
That was big.
And we had some rules questions. I've given a lot of feedback that's going back to the designer. It ran a little long because of the interactions between the two theatres, but otherwise it was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So
it's a really unique experience as well, isn't it? That one.
I think so, yeah. 6 players, very good.
Yeah. And back to Republic of Rome. So you're a really experienced player of Republic of Rome. You played it a lot. Have you played John Company?
I played first edition John Company a few times,
And you see the strong connection between the two also?
Yeah, I understand that it was inspired by Republic of Rome and tried to get around the semi-co-op nature of Republic of Rome. Sure. I think for Republic of Rome to be successful, you need to role-play into it a bit.
Absolutely.
The idea that just because you're not going to win, you don't want to live under barbarians. You'd rather live under a Roman emperor than be a subject of Rome.
And I think it does it really effectively as well. It gets that theme across really well.
But you can't play it with the wrong sort of players. Whereas John Company, it forces a winner in any endgame condition.
That's true.
So that's the only advantage of it. Otherwise, I prefer Republic of Rome.
That's fair. And I guess the production, of John Company's second edition at least.
Yeah.
Is a really
it's pretty wow.
Oh yeah, you've only played
I've never looked at second edition. I did consider it. If there was an upgrade from first, I'd have gone for that. But it's quite different.
First, but I think it's a bit different.
It's quite different, and there was no upgrade path.
Yeah. The production is so slick in the second edition. I really like it. Compared to, you've played...
It's a tangent.
It is. Yeah. But back to Republic of Rome, you've played a lot of the Avalon Hill version compared to the Valley Games version we're playing now. Yeah. And that's a lot more bare bones, but also quite nice in its...
in production value.
Production value and the colours.
Well, the copy we played had a lot of enhancements in the components.
That's true. Really nice coins.
But it was very, very nice aesthetically.
Yeah. I still haven't played it. I really want to try it. That would be really cool.
That's good. I enjoyed it too.
Joe?
Yep.
Yeah, we cannot hear you. You were here too, yeah?
Yep, my favourite bit of the con.
Yes.
Seeing Fred wearing this. Seeing these guys not conducting this interview in French.
No,
you know,
sadly.
you could do your personal wing. But yeah, maybe that's too patriotic of me to be doing this, coming in strong. But yeah, probably beating Pierre at Plantagenet.
Yeah.
I'm lying.
That didn't happen.
I didn't beat you. I know. You always went with it. Yeah. I mean, I love that system. I think it's a really good evolution on it, isn't it?
Really good game. Really enjoyed that. It took a long time. That Plantagenet game.
That's true. But they all take longer than you think, and it kind of goes through quite quickly. But then it's like
we were getting really into it at one point, where we were just not noticing how hungry and tired we were.
And you told me that you went home and thought about it all night and figured out how to beat me the next day. And it worked.
And it worked, yeah.
And I slept really badly as well. So
it was probably
maybe
me.
it really
the negative vibes. Yeah.
really stuck on our minds. But
Awesome. That sounds awful. So Plantagenet was your favorite highlight of the convention?
No, it's probably still Republic of Rome, I think. That
Same
was
game.
really good. I'd not played that before, and playing with these guys, that was decent. I enjoyed that. But I love Levian Campaign anyway. So
But
it's cool.
it's true that
true
Republic of Rome is definitely more of a convention game.
Yeah.
And also Brian's game, 1812, Fateful March, coming up. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
We didn't, obviously it was like a learning game, so we didn't get all the way through, but that was, I really enjoyed doing that. So that was good fun. It looks so good, and it plays, it's very promising, at least for me. I'd need to do more of it to actually figure it out fully, but really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, great.
Fantastic.
And about Fateful March, I think we'll have Brian Asklev on the channel soon for a teach and play, so just register to the channel, get subscribe and all that. Cool, thanks guys. Yes, see you. Bye-bye. So yeah, that was your highlights, the highlights of Steve's, the highlights of Joe. We always have surprise guests when we do those debriefs, so I think that's fine. So what else?
I played Triumph of Marengo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From Histo Games, so the new version?
With Luke. That was really fun. We muddled through the rules for the first half, which made me, as the Austrians, really sort of start on the back foot. But so I got crushed, completely crushed. But I really enjoyed it. I love the look. You look like an old babushka. I love the look of the game. It looks so nice on the table. And in play, it gets so smooth once you've got the rules down, really quickly. And the whole learning of it, as well as playing an entire game, we played through the entire track.
Yeah.
That took 2 hours.
So you say,
insane.
a lot smoother than Napoleon's Triumph.
Oh, a lot quicker and smoother. It's a lot smaller. And Napoleon's Triumph has a lot more of an epic feel, but really good. But both have their place.
Yeah.
I don't think it replaces it at all.
So overall, pretty cool convention.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah. What about you? What was your highlight?
I think for me, my highlight was, I'm sorry to say, and I'm a bit sad that you haven't mentioned it, was 1965 D-Day with you. So, no, it was a good surprise. So
it was great.
Yeah. If you followed really on the channel, we actually played with Liz a couple of weeks ago. The 1964 version of D-Day, so the Charles S. Roberts Avalon Hill game, and you actually found a copy not that long after on eBay, and you brought it to the convention. And on the first night, we had the opportunity to actually play it.
We had an opportunity to punch it.
Yeah, punch it. It was unpunched. So if you see actually the unboxing video, you'll see that it was unpunched. So it was really fun to unpunch it, sort things out. Go through it, play your first game, make a lot of mistakes. And actually it was really cool. There was someone in the comment of the video with Liz that actually put some comment in there with the rules mistakes. And it's always a bit of a tricky balancing act when you're pointing out rules mistakes in a playthrough, because you don't want to sound annoying, but at some time it's actually super useful. So I would say to people, please do say, don't be annoying about it. But that person was actually really great at pointing out specific rules and explaining why there were specifically some issues on rules. So it was cool. So we could make some adjustments. There were some other rules mistakes. The rules are really poorly made for such a few rules. It's really painful.
It's a 4-page thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Front, middle.
But still a lot of fun. I think we came out of it both wanted to play it more.
Yeah, definitely.
So for me, it was a great start of the convention. I was happy to play one of probably the oldest wargame. I've played.
You're definitely the oldest for me.
So really cool. The only one that could be older was the second version of Gettysburg that apparently is not that great. So I don't really care that much about it.
I think genuinely surprised us. I want to emphasize it that we had fun.
Yeah, we definitely
had fun.
We definitely wanted to play it again, and it was really cool. And I think it definitely is somewhat imbalanced, pretty imbalanced for the Germans. Like on the long run, you cannot hold. No. But honestly, I don't really care that much.
It's the experience, isn't it? And it's the narrative it tells, and like you holding my troops back just a little bit in the
and see how many weeks I'm gonna hold basically, which I think is actually quite fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good discovery. But then the other highlight for me was I really enjoyed Successors.
Yeah.
Really
nice.
A full game of Successors was cool. Dave had brought his own copy where he had painted all of the minis.
So cool.
I hate minis. But when you play a game with Dave and he has all the minis painted, I do like minis. Like I hate minis, but I like Dave's minis.
It takes you in, and it's better than just chunks of grey.
But yeah, if I play on my own, I will always play with those cardboard standees. I'm happy with that. I think this is great. But if Dave has his copy, I will always play his copy.
Absolutely.
The only thing that was missing is that I have the ring for the
it's like a Kickstarter special or something?
Yeah. When you're the head in victory points and everyone can actually beat you up, which is actually... He didn't have that one. I should have brought it up. That was a bit of a mistake from my part. But Successors, we didn't have the full player count, only 4. But I think already at 4 it was pretty epic. And I had only played the shorter scenarios before, and now it was actually the full scenario with all the victory condition and everything. It's a bit of a lot to take in at the beginning. But actually, once the game runs, it's really smooth. You have a lot of really interesting decisions. Also, the narrative that it creates is really epic. The dynamic between the factions, it's really something else. Like,
and I mean, you were shouting, not you specifically, but everyone, that whole table was shouting loads every time I looked over, having a load of fun by sounds.
Yeah, and it was actually it was fun because I think at this time you were playing Republic of Rome on the other side, and you really had two similar kind of vibes.
Really loud tables.
Two very loud tables, getting super excited about some battles and events and everything. So yeah, that was actually quite fun.
But what I liked was when I came over to just ask how it was going, you were like, this guy's run away with the game. There's no way to stop him. I might have to like stab someone in the back to maybe stop him. And then I'd come over like 2 hours later, and you're like, oh no, everyone's losing now.
The empire is collapsing, and you really have this sense of. I think it builds that narrative really well. That. Successors are fighting with there is a lot of infighting, and you see the consequence of the empire, and everything collapses. And at the end, the what is left of Alexander's empire is
status.
Yeah, it's completely crumbling. So that was really, really cool. And then this morning I really enjoyed my game of Onus. So it was the first time I played it physically. So that was really, really cool. I wanted to play it physically because I really enjoyed the couple of virtual play I did of it.
On tabletop simulator.
But on TTS it's not the same. And actually playing it physically was awesome. And
the table presence is fantastic.
Yeah, especially I was playing it with Jim, and Jim had those neoprene mats for the base terrain, and then he had the terrain pack, and the terrain pack has those very cool tiles or cards that are transparent with the terrain drawn on it that you place on it, and it
takes you in, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes you in. You don't have all the effort of making your own terrain like other figurine games and everything, and it just works really well, and it's really the shortest path from to actually playing minis war games.
I think
it's really cool, and it has a lot of depth. You have so many armies. You have with all the expansions and everything, and overall it's pretty cheap. As a game,
very cheap,
but if you compare it to figurine war games, the price is insanely cheap.
You can get a box of 5 figurines.
Yeah.
Or this entire game.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you compare the budget for Onus to the budget of Games Workshop to take the worst, it's maybe you have a squad in Necromunda, and in Onus you can actually cover all of the battles of 5 centuries.
Hundreds of hours,
which is insane.
I find that the production is really slick. Yeah. The rules less slick.
Yeah, so the rules
are trip up.
I think they are not. But it's always the problem with war games. It's hard to do rules layouts really easily. Yeah. There is a lot of things and everything, but the rules work. It's just that like all war games, it requires a bit of work. I would like it if it was a bit sleeker. Yeah. But then again, I wouldn't know how to do it better.
Neither. Neither. Yeah. It's for what it is. It's amazing.
Apart from those small bits in Spanish that should be in English, but apart from that I would do better.
Details.
But no, but it's not much. And when you know Spanish, it's not really too much. Yeah. But that was it. I thought that the host Richard was awesome.
Really nice guy.
Really nice guy. I think it's an awesome initiative, finding a small space for us like this, and just simple little fun convention. Get together, really cool. You have a kitchen, you make your own food. Like, it's really chill. Really loved it.
It's perfect. Yeah, and we played until like midnight.
Yeah, midnight both nights. Yeah,
it's mad.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And on that note, I would say, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. If you want to support the channel, donate on Ko-fi, and you can join an insane community on Discord. Absolutely. Actually, a bit like insane, quite literally. A bit too insane. They are also very tiring.
And this is the podcast as well?
Yes, the podcast. There is also a podcast with an amazing series that you are doing with Stuart about the American Civil War that I strongly recommend. We intend to move on your works. That is pretty awesome. And probably at this point, maybe a new episode will be released.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe not.
Who knows? Who knows? Time works differently.
Exactly.
On Fred's podcast.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.